Just two adjacent girls living in a lovely world. They took a podcast train going anywhere, but kind of specifically through Austin, Texas. Yeah, hook 'em horns.
Adjacent, very near, next to, or touching. Our tailgate is adjacent to the left field fence. ADJACENT, adjacent.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. It's that time where we get to pay the bills. Are you ready, friends?
It's that time of the month.
It's that time of the month. And honestly, we are so grateful because we've got some incredible sponsors supporting us in the month of May. These are people and businesses we truly love, and we know you will too. First up, our very own Adrian Grabe, my brother, with JB Goodwin, 18 Realtors. You go to for buying, selling, and investing right here in Austin, Texas. Adrian brings the hustle, the heart, and the results. If real estate is on your mind, he should be your first to call. Back again this month, our favorites at Cornucopia Popcorn. Y'all, this is not your average popcorn. What do you think, Shelly? Is it your favorite?
I love it.
We're talking gourmet, a small batch, wildly delicious flavors that are perfect for gifts, events, and just treating yourself. Once you try it, you're hooked. Use ShodyMedia for a 10% discount when you order. We have a new sponsor this year, this time, the Girly Birds, your go-to for effortless beauty. We are so excited. Welcome the Girly Birds to the Adjacent family this month. And y'all, this is next level self-care. Girly Birds specializes in timeless, low maintenance beauty that helps you wake up feeling confident and put together every single day. Think less time getting ready, more time living your life. Their services include permanent makeup like microblading, nano brows, powder brows, eyeliner, and lip brushing, brow shaping and touch-ups to keep everything fresh and flawless, fine line tattoos and permanent jewelry. What? For the subtle personal touch, professional ear piercing, and a clean, safe, and super welcoming space. Shelly, you did a lot of that stuff. Wasn't it incredible?
It is. And the ladies there are fantastic. And if you went to the Pound Town Founders Day down in Dripping Springs, and they had a booth and they were a big hit. Lots of people got permanent jewelry, had so much fun. And they're amazing. And if you tell them Adjacent sent you, you guys, you get $50 off of your service.
That's incredible.
$50 off.
Another sponsor of ours is Rudiment Skincare, but make it science. Okay, y'all, this is not your typical grab it off the shelf and hope it works skincare. This is the next level, personalized, science-driven skincare. And honestly, it's kind of blowing our minds. Rudiment is built on one simple idea. Your skin is unique, so your skincare should be too. Instead of guessing what products might work, Rudiment uses advanced diagnostic skills, AI technology, and real biological data to understand what your skin actually needs at a deeper level. Oh my gosh, they're incredible. They analyze key skin biomarkers and even your biological skin age. Looking beneath the depths and the surface to see what's really going on, not just what you see in the mirror. From there, they create a custom formalized program for you that's specially just for you to get rid of fine lines and aging. They help with elasticity and collagen support, skin repair, and overall health. This is what they call precision skincare. And it's exactly where the industry is heading.
It is. It's a huge movement. And this organization, Rudiment, there's other companies that have been doing it, but their price point is in the thousands. Thousands.
And they keep it at an affordable, advanced thing for you. You're going to be able to get all those great customized programs for you. So Adjacent perk, contact Bonnie Davenport. Tell her Adjacent sent you, get $30 off your personalized skin evaluation. Oh my gosh, Shelly, we are so grateful for each and every one of our sponsors this month. If you want to be part of the Adjacent family, contact Shelly to become an Adjacent sponsor. We would love to partner with you and share your story with our amazing community. And don't forget, join us on Patreon. It is where you're going to get even incredible interviews, fun stuff that we're doing. Crazy. We're stepping out. We're letting our free flag fly. You deserve it. You're our people. We've got something for everyone with 5 membership levels, free, $5, $10, $25, and $100 a month. At the $100 level, you will be named an official producer of the podcast. Yes, big deal status. Are you ready, Shelly?
Let's do it.
Let's get adjacent.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. We're in studio today with, oh my gosh, Shelly. I'm pausing. I can't believe it.
I know.
She came north of the river, and she's been in our hearts for so long. Gosh, I don't even know how long I've known
You know
her.
when you have this friend that allows you into their space, that you're like, what a gift.
Yeah, and then
Thank
you pick up
for
you pick up where
allowing
you left
me,
off every time.
But thank you for allowing me to be in your space.
Yes.
You're such a cool chick. This is like
We were talking about you before.
This is like playing in the minors, and then somebody's like, "Okay, they're moving you up. You're going to the majors."
Exactly. Who do we have today?
We have T-Rack.
T-Rack, Tracy Rakusin Cohen.
Oh my gosh, we are huge fans.
Yeah.
Your nature. We were talking about this at breakfast. We were like, I'm so drawn to your nature.
Yeah, your
how
aura.
how you run your life, how chill. And Jody goes, she's not chill. I go, she is so chill.
I said, she's not so chill.
Jody knew the teacher type of Tracy.
She goes, she was so organized. And I go, yeah, but within organization brings chill.
That's
having a system, making sure your systems are in place allows you to have that space.
I absolutely agree. And it's really funny because I've been teaching Lucy about systems for the last couple weeks. I was like, you don't have to clean your room as much if you put it back where it belongs.
Exactly.
So I agree with both of you because there's definitely the chill side and then the side that is hyper organized and lives by a spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Same. I love it. And
but
maybe
I
that's
would
why
not consider you chill either.
No, but I'm not. My goal is to have all the systems so that I can chill. I just can't develop all of the systems because there's so much chaos.
Yeah. I'm really lucky because I got spring break off. I don't work during spring break. So
Nice.
The kids and I stayed here. We decided not to travel. And I needed that time to be able to even prioritize where I was going to begin because there's chaos. Always. Yeah.
Chaos is not my friend.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Tracy, how many kids do you have?
I have 2 beautiful, precious angel children. Lucy's turning 7 next month.
Okay, we were trying to figure out their ages. I said 6 and 3.
Ezra's 3.5.
Okay.
Jody, well done.
Wow.
Yes, and they
those
are
names.
besotted for one another. They love each other.
Oh my gosh.
And I feel so lucky because, Dave and I really wanted to make sure we started our family at the right time, as far as you can never really start things when you want them to, but we wanted to be prepared.
Look at those systems.
Yep. And we got our girl followed by a boy. We didn't know during pregnancy what genders they were for either of them. And there we are. We have it. We're complete.
Yes.
Wow.
Maybe a dog one day.
Yes.
But Ezra's still kind of like a puppy. So, in a way.
I love when you have an older sister and a younger brother because that sister becomes kind of like they are the captain of the ship with this passenger that they're like guiding through the waters. I love it so much.
Totally. Yeah.
Especially in today's society where it's a woman. It's our world now.
Yeah.
And
I
we
hope
drive
so.
the bus.
It's about time.
And
Yep.
so to teach a young boy to be a feminist is
for sure.
It's the power move. It's the flex.
So I heard on an interview where there's a new character on Summer House, CJ, and his girlfriend was describing him as a man who was authored by a woman, like written by a woman. And I was like, what a compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I bet that's going to be Ezra one day, like somebody who's kind of written by a woman, but like has their manliness and their amazingness, but also like an advocate for females. I love that.
And I will say that Dave is such an incredible father figure that way because he has put in so much time and effort and work into being the best version of himself like every day of his life. And so for Ezzy to see that and be like led by that role of like that picture of masculinity that we're all looking for, where he's sensitive and he is aware and open. Yes, I found that.
Yay, high five. You did it.
We have to go back.
Okay, let's rewind. All right, where are you from originally?
Where are you from?
I was born in Johannesburg, South Africa.
That's right.
Yep. And we moved when I was a baby. My dad was sponsored to study in Dallas at Baylor College of Dentistry. So my young mom moved 3 girls by herself to Dallas, Texas, because my dad had to leave.
A culture shock.
Couldn't really find a bigger one.
Yeah.
However, the luck of it was that during like the late 70s, early 80s, a lot of medical professionals from South Africa were moving to the U.S., and there was like this little cluster of them in Dallas, a big one in Houston. So we were welcomed with, when I tell you, open arms, open fridges, open beds, open homes. My mom had this group of friends. They are still to this day. I text these women like they're my mothers that raised us all together.
Oh.
Yeah. So they were waiting for us when we arrived, and I was the baby. I was pretty much the baby till, like, I'm still the baby. I was the youngest kid hanging out all the time. And so I think that I was sort of thrown into whatever came their way. I was like, all right, Tracy's here. She's going to do it. So yeah, grew up in Dallas.
Tell me about your sisters.
My best friends.
In the whole wide world.
So we relate on that. Lisa is 5 years older than me, and Sherry is right in the middle, about 2.5 years older. And they both live in Houston, which is kind of funny because we're Dallas girls, but both of their, I guess their husbands' work took them to Houston, but they've stayed because they've each, created these communities that are separate to each other. They see each other a lot, but they have like their really nice communities of friends that are family. And my oldest sister's husband's whole family lives there too.
Oh,
and
nice.
They are the best. I was listening to your podcast with Eddie and talking about families
Jessica,
from Mexico.
Yes.
And they are from Mexico, and they are truly among the loveliest humans I've ever known.
Absolutely.
His pride for being a Mexican was
I love that.
a beautiful.
And they're Mexican Jews, y'all.
Oh, I love the
That
history.
is the culture of all cultures. I mean,
the double whammy. Like, it's so goodness.
so fun.
Great.
The
So
history
fun
of
and so
that. I don't
good.
know
What
if
a
you've read
uniqueness.
the history behind the Catholic
Spanish
Church
and-
saving the Jewish children.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
gosh,
know.
it's so
So
powerful.
they were the first, to meet and get married, but it's like a South African Jew and a Mexican Jew
my
uniting. Our
land.
parents are best friends.
Oh.
May I
My
ask-
parents took Mark's parents to South Africa last year.
Come on.
I know. So we're very close.
Big family.
I love that.
Do you remember living in South Africa?
She was a baby.
I was a baby.
Okay.
I don't remember living there, but for a long time we would go back quite often. Our summers are their winters, so we would go summer breaks and spend quite a bit of time. And we have cousins. I have cousins, several female cousins my age, first cousins. So it's,
Incredible.
as we were talking about, it can go years without seeing one another. And we just jump right back in, and it's the best. And it's the same with my cousins. So I haven't been back. This is super sad, but my final year of teaching at Zilker, a cousin of mine got married, and I was like, Dave, I need you to come, and I need my grandmother to meet you because I think you're going to be around for a while.
Yeah.
So I took a week off of teaching, and it was the fastest trip, but that was the last time. It was somewhere between 2013 and 2015.
Right.
So you're due.
I'm very due, but as we spoke about these tiny Cohens that we have in our home, we need to wait a little while to make that far of a journey on the airplane.
no,
Also,
that
you
is
want
a
them to
hard-
remember it
Do.
as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yes.
And of course, like if we're going to go for a while. We're going to see Johannesburg, where my dad's whole family is from. And then my mom is from Cape Town and doesn't have a big family, but Cape Town is my preferred city in that area.
Yeah.
And then we also would have to do a game park, and I believe for some of them, I think you need to be 8 years old. So
Okay.
as he's got about 5 years.
Yes.
And then maybe we'll make it anybody from Austin who wants to join us. Let's all go.
Sounds dreamy.
yes.
It's a bucket list place.
It is a bucket
Mhm.
list.
It's tough because it's riddled by its history
Mhm.
and, there's some scary things, some really upsetting things, not
Right, of
totally
course.
different from where we are right now. But you can definitely go and be guided by the right people to learn
Right,
and then
yeah.
enjoy the beauty and the flowers and the food and everything that grows so well there.
Yes.
So we'll go back there.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I love that. So growing up, you grew up in Dallas. What part of Dallas, by the way?
North Dallas.
Okay.
Really just quite far north. And then we moved into a home when I was, I think, early middle school that's bordering Plano.
Okay.
So it's still Dallas,
Yes.
but quite close to Plano.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my
Okay.
parents are still there, and they've thought many times about, downsizing, and then they've got 6 grandchildren that all live in the state of Texas. So for as much as they'd want to not have to deal with the maintenance of a big home, because,
Mhm.
we all know what it's like. There's always something.
Yes.
Always.
There's nothing better than when we can come and just all stay there. and-
Absolutely. It's kind of like, sorry, Mom and Dad. You're going to
Yeah.
have to keep this house for a while.
and we were just FaceTiming the other day, and I was like, Mom, your house is so beautiful. And she was like, I do. I love it very much. And they've collected art from all their travels, and it feels good in there. So I think, they're there until they're here.
They can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love when a house becomes a scrapbook,
Oh, yeah.
like Graham's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Graham's is a scrap-
love it.
Yeah.
Shelly sometimes goes, you need to take all those pictures.
Well,
They're pretty good. Maybe this is where I've gotten it from. They're pretty good at clearing out. Like if they have a new
Yeah.
art piece, they're going to get rid of the old art piece.
That would be great.
One in, one out. One in, one
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
I would say that, it wasn't always that way. But maybe when they became empty nesters and they didn't have 3 teenage young adult women with all of our stuff that came along with it,
Oh,
they
Eileen.
they enjoyed the clean. But yeah, it feels good in their home.
How many cousins do Lucy and Ezra have?
Well, they have 4 on my side. So they're all 4 in Houston, and then 2 on Dave's side, and they're in Boston.
Oh, wow.
But it's sweet because, again, my sisters also didn't know the genders of their babies while they were pregnant. So the oldest cousin is Leo, and he's 17, and then it's girl, 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 girl. And we bookended it with Ezzy. So my dad was thrilled. I mean, he had 3 daughters of his own, and in his practice had all women. You know, he's, again, this kind of idea of masculinity that we want to see more of. But having another little soccer playing buddy is really special. Yeah.
What brought you to Austin?
School. UT. Hook 'em. You know, and I actually didn't want to come because both my sisters were here, and I was trying for a long time to not idolize them. But you know what? They made good decisions, and they're cool. And so I got into several universities. And then I came here for spring break of my senior year when all the other people were going on cruises or Cancun. I'm not a partier like that. Never really have been. Right? So I came here, and my best friend from summer camp, that's a story too. We had applied to colleges together. She found out she got into UT. Spring break was the best time of our lives. And I was like, you know what? Why would I not come here and also have built-in family and friends? I did. I moved right on in, and my sisters and their friends were there. It was similar to like when we moved to the States, you know? So it made it a lot less intimidating because I didn't go like the Greek route. That's also not my scene. But I had such a community.
I love that.
So were
yeah,
all
moved
3
here.
sisters at UT at the same time?
We were, because my oldest sister did grad school here. And so for, I think it was 1 year, possibly 2, we were all here at the same time and hung out a lot. Like, they were so nice to me.
Well,
You know?
I
wouldn't they be?
just read a book where the sister dynamic was rough. Living in the home. Mom passed away, and they're trying to navigate it. It's called Road Trip by Mary Kay Andrews. Highly recommend. Very fun read. But once they left the nest, their dynamic changed so significantly, and I found it so interesting that they were so at odds.
Yeah.
And then they left the nest. Not that y'all were, but they left the nest. But it gave them. You already had the foundation, so y'all came together, and then y'all got to build this other relationship. I have goosebumps thinking about it, but it's like so interesting once you leave the nest and get to have that relationship
And
separate from mom and dad.
Sure. But I think my mom and dad were likely really comforted by the fact that we were not angels, but we kept each other in check. And the fact that we were doing all these things together was really nice for them. I mean, bless them. You know, they had their daughters driving across the country following the band Fish for many years. And my brother-in-law, Mark, joined as well. So then we were all on the road making our grilled cheeses together. But we were together, you know? So
They already established the core beliefs.
Yeah.
Of course you're going to go follow Fish all over the friggin' country.
Don't worry, guys. I'm still not done. Dave and I are going next week to Vegas. It was our 10-year anniversary. And we were deciding what kind of trip, where we were going to go. And then they announced 3 weekends at Sphere. And I was like, that's our answer.
That's pretty badass.
So
I cannot wait
Dave
to see
made
the
it happen.
visuals.
I will
at the
share.
Sphere. Please send video.
I was just telling Lucy
Absolutely.
yesterday because I decided I needed sequins. it's Vegas.
Absolutely.
It's Sphere. It's fish. It's like fish in my 40s. I need to combine it with like some sort of fancy. And so I got some outfits, and I said to Lucy that
We want 1,000 pictures of
Yes,
this experience.
I need to see.
well, I said
Legit.
I was like, I think this might be a once in a lifetime. You know, it's a real privilege to be able to travel, a
Absolutely.
privilege to be able to afford this,
Mhm.
and to have my parents come in and stay with these little kiddos. So
And
we're
it's a
doing it up.
privilege all the way around that Grandma
Oh,
and Grandpa get to
Yeah.
hang out with the
I
littles.
they're
would
thrilled.
love that. Are
Yeah,
you
because they
kidding?
have their older grandkids,
Yeah.
and then, you know, these little. Ezra's still a baby. He'll be the baby forever.
Isn't
Forever.
that
Yeah.
sweet?
I know.
I love that.
How
And he
did you
tells
and-
me all the
Sorry.
time. He says, I know you don't want me to grow up, but I'll always cuddle you.
Oh.
I know. But I'll
Stop.
say, I want you to grow. I want you to be healthy. I just always do want you to be my sweet boy.
Yes.
So he's promised me that.
Yes.
We're saying it loud and clear on the podcast.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Documented. Documented. How did you and Dave meet?
I
Oh,
remember.
wow, Jody does. Jody must remember a lot of my dating life because I was always very open about it. I was
Yeah.
so happy. So I've been here now 25 years, but I was really dedicated. I knew I wanted to be a special education teacher since high school. So I moved here. I started in the School of Education. I had a cohort of only 8 of us in the special ed major. So it was really specialized. It was beautiful. It was strange.
Wow.
I don't know why that cohort was 8, but it was.
Mine was pretty small too.
Yeah.
Yeah, back at UT.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was like, it just wasn't the time where I was like meeting the kind of men that I was going to see a future with, or if I knew, I've always been super independent. So I like me and I like to explore. And while I was teaching, I never did summer school. I traveled the world. Like every summer, I planned a big trip with friends. And one of those summers, it was the spring break of 2013. I went to Dallas and came back and was living really close to Zilker Elementary.
I
and
remember.
Popped by my friend's house, and Dave Cohen was sitting on the couch. In, I would say, rare form for him because he's a really healthy guy, but it had been a full week of South by Southwest.
Oh.
So he was burnt out and tired, and they were just relaxing and like about to kind of get back to reality. And it was sort of like a hello. I don't really remember why I stopped by there, and that was it. And then 6 weeks later, sat down next to him at Clive Bar on Rainy Street, when Rainy Street was still an approachable and semi-fun place to go to.
Yes.
And actually, I haven't been back to Rainy Street since then.
They have some cool stuff still, but
yeah,
I understand what you're
it's
saying.
busy.
Completely.
It's a bit
It's so
sensory
busy.
for me.
It
Oh,
feels
crazy.
like the Disney of
Yes.
Austin.
Jody, I have said that same thing.
Oh.
But yeah, sat down next to him and who I didn't know, his 2 best friends who are like my very close friends now. Because there were 2 open spots at a picnic table, and my cousin was with me, which was really cool too. And he looked at me and he was like, "Wait, you're Tracy." And I did not remember his name that particular moment, but I did remember that he was Seth's friend, and that was it.
Oh.
Just the
Attached.
best
Shazam.
conversation. So much fun. His friends felt great and safe and cool, and they were celebrating one of their little sisters, and it just was nice. But I left Clive Bar without sharing my phone number. And then sweet Dave texted our mutual friend Seth to ask permission to get my number from him.
I have to tell you, that's a boss move.
Mm-hmm.
So smart, because if they want to, they will.
Yeah.
And he proved to you, I'm going to do some diving in to figure out your number.
And that's like where we were at our ages too, was that I think it was a really nice time to meet someone because I was actually ready to give more of myself to someone else and not be so selfish that way. And then it was near the end of the school year. I think this was probably because it was spring break, 6 weeks later, must have been May. And at Clive Bar, I had told him that a close friend of mine had gotten me a ticket to a show that was happening on June 8th. And he said, "Oh, I'm working with that band right now, so I'll be there." He texts me when we were at the venue. It was at Coda, so gigantic. He found me.
Wow.
Yep, met my
That's
friends.
hard to do.
I know. And the friend who bought me the ticket was one of those 8 in my special ed cohort.
That's awesome.
And we had a blast. The show was great. It was not a show I would have even bought a ticket to, so that's kind of cool. And part of the story that it was like all these dots connecting.
Yeah.
And at midnight,
What band?
Mumford and Sons.
Oh, I love Mumford and Sons.
And
The
during
total
his-
opposite of Fish.
Yeah, kind of. You know, there's some jammy elements there. But I remember the date being June 8th because June 9th is my birthday. And at midnight, the first text I received on my 30th birthday was from Dave Cohen.
Holy moly, what
So that's our story, Shelly.
incredible move.
Yeah. But then this, I think, might have been the greatest piece of our story is that it was summer, and this was quite possibly my most like bougie summer is I went to South Africa and Argentina.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we had like it was another cousin's wedding, so went to South Africa.
I remember you were going to a lot of weddings around that time.
Of weddings.
Yes.
And came home, had one proper date with Dave, and then went to Argentina with my very best friend who is here. And we were pen pals. We wrote each other emails and sent photos. And in this like fast-paced world and social media, which again, neither of us are really a part of, it's so hard
Y'all
to
had
develop.
A modern day You've Got Mail.
I love it. We were pen pals. And then we both came home. I mean, he did a lot of kind of summer tour with bands, and then he was doing a solo trip too. And that was it.
He wooed you.
I mean, we wooed one another. It was really one of those like, this is what it's supposed to feel like.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know when you know.
Yeah.
The fact that somebody does a solo trip is just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And we're still super encouraging of taking those times like apart. It's so healthy for each of us.
Agreed.
So 2 things. Yes, on that wedding circuit, I was going to weddings as if it was a part-time job from teaching.
I have to tell you, being an older teacher.
We were knee deep in connection at that point with you. It's like we had a 3rd row seat to this part of your life.
Yeah. That's when we were hanging out more. But I
Yes.
remember like being a teacher, an older teacher to my younger counterparts. I remember when they were going through like wedding seasons.
Yes.
And they were just like, oh, they were broke as smoke. Like they're like, I have to travel to like South Carolina, go over here.
Buy the dress,
Every
buy the
weekend.
shoes.
Like, you know, rent the runway, whatever you had to do.
Yes.
You had to
trading dresses.
Trading dresses. I mean, it was a lot on you guys.
It was fun
teachers.
though, but I
Super
wanted
fun.
to bring that up because you, on one of the trips to Port A, got me a shirt that said Mazel Tov because you were really into. Oh, was it you, Shelly?
Yes,
I remember it being from both of you.
Yeah.
And I wore that shirt like the morning of all these weddings.
Oh my
And
gosh.
we would be like hanging
How
out with the bride or going to brunch, and I just had my Mazel Tov shirt.
Oh my gosh.
And
And
it
that's
was
from
great.
Andy Cohen's
Yeah.
the Bravo Clubhouse.
Yeah, we bought those. We love those shirts. I think I still have mine.
I have mine.
Me too.
Well,
It's so good.
We should have worn it.
We did a mazel crawl for years.
Yes.
Like we had a mazel crawl, and we all wore mazel tov
on Rainy
shirts.
Street.
On Rainy
remember
Street.
this.
And we toilet
I
papered
do.
Vreeland's house.
Yes, and Vreeland's house.
I was there.
I think you have
were
shown up to the
there.
mazel crawl for sure.
Bring
Some
it back,
fuzzy
Kelly.
time.
Yes. Okay, I remember you were living in that cute house near Zilker
On Heather Street.
on Heather Street, and you invited Shelly and I over, and we thought we got the golden ticket. We were like, we're in the cool club finally.
I know.
And then we
did.
went, and we were just like,
Oh my god.
this is where all the cool people hang out.
Yeah, this is it. We made it.
I love that house.
I love that house too. So that was the first house Dave and I moved into together.
Mhm.
And of course, it came from a Zilker parent or something. Somebody was moving and there was a post and it was the right time. It was a really sweet house and I got to walk to work. I think it was my last year of teaching that we were there. Trick-or-treating was funny that year.
Yeah.
All these students would open the door and be like, huh? Miss Rakusin? I was like,
Yeah.
should have dressed a bit differently. Could have disguised myself. But yeah, that was a super fun house.
That was cute. It was cute.
And I also think just like feeling part of the neighborhood, I often talk about how teaching at Zilker, not being a parent yet, I talk about the golden ticket.
Yeah.
I was able to build these friendships and community with people like you, other teachers, and then also I am still really close with a lot of my former students' parents.
Absolutely.
And-
you really did cultivate a climate of love and acceptance and welcoming. And I had the honor of getting to support kiddos in your class.
That's right.
And I got to witness your art and this passion. And I learned so much from you, how you would teach like each individual. You would teach like how students could create. It was a safe zone for everybody in your classroom. I just loved it. It was like,
Well,
oh
and,
my gosh.
Earlier, you mentioned that she directly taught executive function.
Executive function was
Which
a
is such a
huge thing that you taught, like the
critical-
organization. And hey, if
I'm
we keep it
so-
organized, like you were telling Lucy, if you put your
Yeah.
toys away after you're using them, then
You'll always
Sundays
know
or
where they
Saturdays
are.
aren't such a big, heavy day of cleanup.
Yeah.
You're on top of it, and you were teaching them. And
I'm
while
so
you were
glad you
teaching
remember
them, you were
this.
teaching
Mhm.
me. Well, I
This
remember
is our brunch.
you had a picture of this is what your desk should look like. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so smart. Because when I taught gen ed, I never did that. It was chaos. People would have like dead animals in their desk or in their cubbies and stuff. And you were like, no,
that was little Freddie in the desk.
Yes.
I think I struggled at one point with, am I abandoning the world of special education by moving into the general ed classroom?
I felt the same way.
But then I realized
No.
it was actually the training that I received made me such a stronger teacher to be able to target
Absolutely.
every level in the classroom. And I loved it. I will tell you, it never occurred to me that I would love being a third grade of all the years, like the
Yes.
first year of standardized testing. I absolutely loved teaching third grade. I loved the curriculum and I loved
and the age.
the age, but it was also why I knew I couldn't be a teacher forever because it was my entire heart. It was my entire life. I mean, we lived on the same street as the school.
Yeah.
I was there every weekend.
I
because
remember.
and you were there too a
All
lot.
the time.
But I think you and I could agree that we felt that it was the only way to be a great teacher was to be there and have things prepared so that like rich learning could happen without the distraction of preparing on, at the time of the lesson. I needed the lessons to be ready to go so that we could actually execute, learning.
But
Well,
you were
and-
also one of those teachers, sorry, Shelly,
No, go
but
ahead.
that you worked smarter in a way that I remember you had this bag where you had all your copy, like your original copy things, and you would walk to the copier, whereas I'm like fumbling and doing all that. You had it very organized, very set, and then you'd go make your copies and you would go, and everything was organized, put together, and never missing a beat. Every minute was maximized for learning and learning how to be a community, learning how to be a community member. You taught deeply. And I remember when you left, I was like, oh, she's leaving and she's so phenomenal.
She's the good one.
But then I was like, you know what? It was like a mic drop. Like I did it. I maximized it. I lived like the pinnacle of teaching. I gave so much. Like I'm talking like in your person. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, watching you.
You're right, though. You're explaining it better than I think I could.
And when you left, I remember feeling like, ugh, we're losing a good one. But I also felt like you didn't leave anything on the, like you gave your whole heart, your whole energy. And when you moved on, I think I remember you moved on to where you were helping teachers teach abroad.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, what another great way to give to this passion of teaching and learning.
and enriching education in
Yes.
some way. It was such a funny pivot. It wasn't expected. I did not leave Zilker with another job. I left Zilker with like confidence that I'd somehow be able to figure out transferable skills, and kind of toured with Dave that summer and came back to Austin. Oh, got engaged. Didn't know that was happening, but that did happen
Yes.
also. But ran into Clee Upchurch. Do you remember
Yes.
the Upchurch family?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Ran into her at Central Market. These are all Zilker Elementary connections.
They are.
And she was like, send me your resume.
Wow.
And her husband was so kind to me too, and was like,
Well, that was an incredible family. I love
they
Cleese.
are
Yes.
lovely. And I can't quite remember, but it was within days. I get a phone call from Clee's best friend and college roommate, and she said to me, I'd like to interview you because you have an interesting background, and Clee says that you're a strong candidate, but also I'm not sure if this is the right fit. And Courtney Link is to this day my mentor, and I would say one of my closest friends, but she took that chance on me after leaving the classroom. And I was at API for, I think it was 6 years or so. And it was so neat to learn the corporate world while still feeling like I had some foot in the door in the world of education, and with like my combined travel history and then the adoration I have for college professors. It really worked. Yeah.
I love it.
It was really neat. But yeah, I mean, so it was like a Zilker connection to that job. And then, the pandemic was disruptive with travel.
Yes.
And I had a 10-month-old at that time, but still worked there when they kept me on, which was amazing. And I'm so grateful for that. But now
Yes.
I am back in the other part of the world of education that is so different than the privileged world of studying abroad. But I'm at Communities and Schools of Central Texas.
Oh, I love that.
Which is the most beautiful organization.
It
I actually
is.
did volunteer with them back in college, so it's like a real full circle. And
What are you doing there?
I just love it.
That is an incredible place to land, by the way.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it just feels so good again at this time in my life. And I'll answer your question, but I also do remember having to prepare my students who were my last year of third graders at Zilker to be like, it's okay to be a chameleon. You don't have to choose one career and stick to it. You can have many passions and you can follow your heart to see what else is out there, because it doesn't have to be one thing. And I really do believe that. And so now it's nice that for this period in my life where I started working at CIS, I actually didn't know I was pregnant when I was hired. And then I was that woman who was like, I love it here and I swear I'm not going to leave, but I am going to be going on maternity leave.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you did that.
Yeah. So I've been there a little over 4 years, about 4.5 years. And it is the true picture of being able to balance home and work. When I leave, I don't think about work. I get to 100% be mom. I pick my kids up from school, so they're not having to do after school, which, you know, some days I question that choice when I'm really tired.
Yeah.
But most days I'm just like, this is so amazing that I get to be with my kids. And, you know, we do lots of fun things. But at CIS, I am an admin specialist and I support the care coordination team. So they are a group of social workers who wrap families in care. So little Shelly might be struggling with getting to school on time. Well, how can we help mom to ensure that we can get Shelly to school? And does Sister Jody need some mentoring, or does the uncle that's living there maybe need some case management to help get employed? And so these angels that I support, there's 6 of them and our director, they build a whole plan of care and a team for each of their families, and we set goals. They set goals, and we really try to help impact the whole family, but really that identified child with maybe your circumstances are tough, but you can do better and you don't have to follow in those footsteps.
Oh, wow.
I have to say, I know this is beautiful, and I love the try. The 2 things is, I love that you have the foundation of special ed.
Yes.
And that you're taking it, you are taking it into so many different
It will always
spaces.
Yes.
be.
It's your core.
It's my core.
It's your core.
For sure.
And when you second guess that, having a special ed teacher as a gen ed teacher was those were the biggest gifts.
I always thought that was so smart when our principals would hire special ed teachers for gen ed, because I was like, because they're not
Randy
having to
did a
have
great
them.
job. Like almost every single person on that campus
Which
at that
principal were you
time.
under? Randy.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I thought, it was like, you know how we would have all these trainings on like differentiation? We were like, we already got that.
We already have that piece. And so for you to be in when you were with the travel group, when you were doing this, that special ed was in your core already is such a gift. Second, I want everybody to hear this, that teachers, it's not a 9-to-5 job. You guys, for their weekends, they're prepping. What you see takes 10 hours of prepping. Even if they're not on campus, you guys, they are prepping while they're at home.
It's a very unique job.
Jody's daughter Peyton is a teacher,
That's
a
right.
pre-K teacher, and she walks around. She helps with Coulter, and so she walks around with this bag
constantly
of all
doing
her
stuff.
preps that she's always preparing.
You've got those good scissors, because there's always some laminating to cut around.
We used to sit at Black Sheep and do all of her cutouts.
Yes.
Even the bartenders and the wait staff would help us. And it was
it's kind of slow.
It was so lovely. And so teaching is not a 9-to-5, and letting AI take over education is devastating.
Oh.
Never let
It
that
can
happen.
be a tool, but it shouldn't take over.
Never
It's
let
like,
that happen.
you have to have the personal
Right.
effects,
Yeah.
you know?
You
like-
have to have somebody that sees this little peanut
Yeah.
and says, you need this.
Yeah.
And a robot's not going to do that.
Yeah, they're
I
not
know.
going to.
It's such an interesting time in Austin ISD and education in
know.
general in this country. And I wouldn't say that I've questioned going back to the classroom. I can't. I just can't do that.
Not
But
when you have two littles at home.
yeah, exactly.
No way.
But I have become, it's only our second year in elementary school. Lucy's finishing first grade, but I have kind of grown the courage to be a bit more involved where I can, to just put in my perspective, and then also, as you said, try to maintain the beauty of, books that are paper and
actually reading the books to them.
Yeah.
They're not just watching a video.
exactly. And
We just had this debate with a friend of ours.
Dirty.
Yeah.
And we were like,
And one of her, somebody she works with says kids like to watch books being read to them on a screen. And she did a poll in her class, like, would you rather me read the book or the screen read the book? And the kids were like, you, obviously.
love it.
They want that human connection.
Yes, for sure. But that's been also like a nice part of motherhood is Lucy just started reading. I was not the teacher mom. I did not do academic stuff with her at home. I didn't want her to go to kindergarten with, skills that, bored, but also just like I wanted her to learn it there. And yeah, she just started reading and is just
And what a blessing that is.
I know, because we know it
There are
does.
so many kiddos and adults that.
Oh, Dave and I talk about this all the time. And, there's been a book series that has not been a choice Dave and I would have made, but we are not going to crush that joy of getting to the next book in the series. But we've talked about that, how grateful we are that like this hasn't been a struggle for her. And her rewards, like when she earns something. Of course, there's always a Target run, but a book people visit is,
absolutely
up there to go and pick out a new book. And
talk about a great business. Book people.
Man.
Oh, I love that place.
They do so much for the community, and they are building a world rich with literature. I love it. I love book people.
I do
have
too.
been. My youngest got us kicked out of book people one time. They were a little too rambunctious in there.
Oh my goodness.
That court thing where you jump around.
Oh gosh. And remember we used to do the jammies and cookies and we would read books at night.
Yes, I loved it.
They are really
I love
great.
story time. We just started a series where we tell stories.
Oh.
Nighttime stories.
We call it bedtime.
That's exciting.
Yes. We love story time.
Okay, so
and she's such a great storyteller.
Oh, well,
absolutely.
as a teacher,
if you ever
learn
want to
to
join us.
As a teacher, you learn to tell stories. That's for sure.
Yeah, but you both have the gift of
Gab.
Well, but the way that you express, it's really engaging. I love just talking with you guys about anything. Hearing the stories are always funny too.
Oh, they do. We try.
Okay, your passion is so beautiful to watch. And I love that you have two little kids that you're teaching systems so that they can have calm bodies.
Yeah, it really is funny though, because I've been using the word system more in the past 2 weeks than I maybe ever have. And now you're bringing it to light that this is actually who I am.
Yeah, you're a Virgo. You just don't know it.
So when you are with your kiddos, where are places you like to go around town?
Oh, okay. Well, I think Lucy could give tours at the Wildflower Center.
Nice.
For sure. Ezra's probably capable of it too at this point. We're not too far from it, and it brings us so much joy. And Dave's a gardener.
It's like a fairyland.
It
is so
is.
beautiful. Do you ever jump on the Violet Crown from there?
Not yet because they
They're
have
so
little
little, Shelly.
legs.
No, just a little
I
bit.
know.
It's right
Well,
there.
we're
Yeah.
trying to figure out if we have a wilderness girl on our hands or not. Lucy likes sparkles and dance and art. Hiking and sweating, we're not sure of yet. So we might get there.
That's so lovely.
Typically, we end the Wildflower Center with snacks and juices, like smoothies.
Yes.
Jester King Brewery, another
Oh,
place we
so
could
fun.
absolutely send the kids to be tour guides.
Absolutely.
It's got it all for us.
Yeah.
Um,
You got to go meanwhile.
Meanwhile, I love,
It's crowded,
except for on the
though.
weekends. I've stopped going on the weekends
Yeah.
because
Mayhem.
it's too
What
busy.
about that new place near you?
Leona.
It's so
Leona's
busy
right by
too.
me.
Yes.
We met at that HEB right
Yes,
across the
we
street.
did.
Leona's lovely.
We ran into each other at the HEB, and I call it the gangster rap HEB. Their music is like loud
Hilarious.
and it's bumping. It's like booty, 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 booty. No, I mean
I'm
7
there
a.m.
once a week at
7
least, and
a.m..
I catch it sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's like, what is happening? And everybody's jamming.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that HEB. I run into Zilker people all the time there. But Leona is lovely, and their
Lovely.
food programs are just
They know what they're
tops.
doing.
They do. We can meet there
I would
whenever.
love it. Let's go.
Other
Then
spots.
we can
You
smooch
and
your
Dave-
littles.
Do you
Oh.
and Dave get to go on date nights?
We try to. Yes, we have 2 really awesome babysitters at the moment.
Okay, good.
Dave is in the world of music and tech, and so he is always 10 steps ahead of everyone else on tickets to shows.
Mhm.
So we always have tickets to see music. So yeah,
Well
I would
played.
say
Well
that we
played,
get a
Tracy
babysitter like probably twice a month, which I
Where
think
do you
is
go and
good.
listen to music? Where's your favorite venue?
Oh, yeah. In Austin.
I love ACL Live.
We call it
think
Baby Moody.
Ba-
Cutie
it is-
Moody.
everything is moody. So if we've
Cutie
got
moody.
a cutie moody, baby moody,
Mhm.
that helps me.
Mhm.
Exactly.
I just think that it is such a good design,
It
and
is.
the
smart.
sound is so good there.
It's
so
so
if it's like a
intimate.
Yeah.
It's intimate.
Yeah.
and so if we're going to a show that size or a taping, we've gotten to go to a lot of the tapings for the show.
That's incredible.
Outdoor venues, I'm trying to think. I've been going to a lot less shows. I mean, there's always the history and lore of the Mohawk.
Yes.
And then a bunch of them on the east side. We did go to a show at Radio East recently, and it
Okay.
was a cold and wet, rainy night, and we had a blast. It was
Yes.
great. It's such a good
It's
venue.
it is a great
Look at you
venue.
living your best life.
Yeah, we're getting back there. It's
Yeah.
like it took a while. I also nursed my children until they were 18 months. And so,
Shelly, I think, nursed her kids till they were 3 or 4.
yeah. But I had,
Free.
No, you did.
so at that point,
I did till
felt
3.
That's
until-
crazy.
I just had to really, after that, reclaim me and feel comfortable, being able to just go for hours without having to tend to the milk
Yes.
one way or another. So yeah, and Ezra's also old enough now where he likes the babysitters to come. So we're taking advantage of that.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
How lovely. And you're right down the street from Debbie Kent. So lean
Yes.
on Elizabeth Kent. She is a dream.
Oh, is she home?
She is
She is.
home.
Okay.
And she is a dream.
Yeah, she's incredible. I love her. We went camping with her, John
What
and
is
I,
their other
and her
daughter's
boyfriend.
name?
And
I'm
What's-
forgetting.
what?
What's
They're-
Elizabeth's sister's name?
Emily.
Emily.
I taught Emily.
I did
Yes.
too.
I was like, wait a second.
I didn't teach
How am I
Elizabeth.
forgetting that Elizabeth is I taught Emily. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
taught Emily in
Elizabeth.
second, and then you taught her.
Well,
in
thanks
second.
for that hot tip.
I
Debbie's going to get a text
know.
soon.
Yeah. How
We do.
lovely.
Yeah. And then we have a high school babysitter
Oh,
who we adore.
good.
And then our other babysitter is like a career nanny. So
Oh,
she's
fun.
tops.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me ask you, and
So
you don't
is
have
Dave still with Ticketmaster? Is that right?
He was never with Ticketmaster.
Okay.
He was with Front Gate Tickets for a long time and then Eventbrite for a long time.
Okay. Oh, nice.
And he is now with Pre-Kindle, which is Dallas-based and more boutique-y and lovely. And he's crushing it.
I love that.
He is.
What a cutie.
I mean, well played.
For Dave.
But no, for you to
Oh.
find somebody to have access to all of the goodness.
You know, let me tell you, I got real spoiled
That's
for a
a- that's
long
a-
time there. You know, I have said a few times that I would have trouble accepting an invitation back to ACL Fest if I weren't VIP
Oh,
Oh.
no,
because I don't
100.
think I can go
No.
back.
no. We were introduced to the club at
Yeah.
and the suites at football, and we're like,
Oh,
we can't sit down.
I don't mind. I don't mind.
Yeah, you know, the kitty limits was actually pretty fun, but I
Yes.
could just do that and not go into the big old festival.
Exactly.
But yeah,
Agreed.
we do. We really share that love of, you know, live music. We're not musicians, and so we're just fans,
Yeah.
and it's a great release.
The roadie life.
Yeah.
So you
How
don't have to
lovely.
say where your kids go, but are they at their neighborhood school or do they go to a a different school?
Interesting question
Mhm.
because Ezra's still in preschool, but Lucy's at our neighborhood school,
Okay.
which is closing.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So she is one of the very lucky ones that is grandfathered into now what is the only wall-to-wall dual language program
Okay.
at Odom Elementary.
Okay.
Probably not far from where y'all grew up.
Right
across
over
the
there.
street.
Yeah. And
It was actually our school.
It was across from South First.
Yeah,
Like
no, right where we
Yes.
grew up
Sweetbriar,
on Tracy.
right
Emerald
there.
Forest.
Yeah.
So her entire school is going to be moving over
To
there.
Odom. How lovely.
Oh,
And
that'd be lovely.
Their principal, who we adore, she is amazing. And yeah, it
And a lot of those
feels-
teachers will get to go hopefully over there.
A lot of them. We
Good.
don't really know the complete list, but yeah, she, you know, had what I would consider as a principal kind of a dream. I know there's a lot of feelings involved as well,
Mhm.
but the dream that she got to build her faculty.
Yes.
Well, she gets to
Yes.
She got
resuscitate
to-
a program that has
Exactly.
always been.
Well, so there's 4 campuses in Austin ISD that have been the
Yes.
wall-to-wall dual language. They're all 4 closing, but the only campus it's now going to be non-zoned is Odom, and so we were at Sunset Valley Elementary, but Sunset Valley students were all guaranteed the spot there, and it's maybe a couple more minutes from our house, so
Yeah.
I cannot complain.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, it's
But
just
that's a lot
going to
of big
be
feelings
a
for
shift.
people.
It's a lot of feelings for the teachers,
Yeah.
you know. So I think what she had to do is first make sure that everybody was bilingual certified,
Mm-hmm.
because after the pandemic, the district, as we all know, were kind of pulling and searching for anyone with a warm body to teach. So
mhm.
for it to be the robust program that it is, she needed to make sure of that. And then, yeah, you know,
I
to
love that.
me, it seems like what I would consider, you know, a once in a lifetime to be able to like hand pick the top of the top
Yeah.
to be able to really prove again that the wall-to-wall dual language can and will work.
It can and it will, and
Yeah.
it'll be amazing.
And Lucy's done really well with it. You know, that's another thing we're very grateful for, is that Sunset Valley was our homeschool, but it was also a wall-to-wall, and we weren't necessarily sure that our child would be able to go and learn in Spanish all day. And Dave and I do speak Spanish, and we love it very much and value it.
As well, being fabulous.
I need to actually, we're going to need to start taking lessons because Lucy's going to outshine us with her Spanish skills, but
it'll come
adapted.
right back to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully she continues to grow and love that language as well. And then Ezzy will join her.
And I have to tell you, like, just not that you're asking for advice, but we have a friend who her daughter loved the bilingual dual language situation, but son was not as into it.
Right.
And so each kid is so different, and you get to. But I think at Odom they can build every child. So I'm excited for that.
Well,
I'm excited to watch Odom. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Do you know the Chambers? John, Maya.
Yeah. So
They're-
she's
you're
a
our
Zilker
neighbor.
now.
You're our neighbors.
Yeah. Y'all are
Sounds
they're
familiar.
neighbors.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you have to meet them. You'll love them.
Yeah.
Okay.
He taught at Zilker for a short minute. Now she's
He was
teaching
a
special
sixth
ed
grade
there.
teacher.
Yes, when sixth grade was at
Don't
Zilker.
think I knew
I think that
them.
was after your time. I mean, before your
Yeah.
time. So anyway, lovely family, 2 boys, incredible energy. So
Oh, my land. Yeah.
we'll introduce you.
Yeah, we'll see. Thank you. For Ezra, if it works for him, it will. And if it doesn't, we've got some options. So our new homeschool is Cunningham,
Okay.
which is a good school.
Yeah. It'll work out.
Yeah.
It'll work out. Hopefully he'll
So,
get to go with it wherever his sister is.
And I think that, like I said, I'm not teaching my kids. I'm their mom. But I do think that the challenge of Spanish has been really helpful with like keeping Lucy engaged and stimulated. So
I love that.
I would think the same for Ezzy. But we'll
So what
see.
are your 3 big wishes for your kiddos?
Oh, wow. 3 big wishes. I would say one is to always feel safe and happy.
I love that.
I think that that's a really big gift. And again, with the work that I witness
Yes.
and support, I know that it is not always the case.
Yeah.
And so I do want my children to feel that safety and support.
That's so lovely, Rakusin. That's so right up your
Yeah.
alley. You're so
It's
sweet
true.
and kind.
I mean, I have not thought about this, but that is the first thing,
Yeah.
I would say another one is for them to always be true to themselves. And so, if, for example, someone in our family doesn't like camping, they can say that.
Yeah.
Even if they know the rest of us do.
Where's the glitter? Where's the glitter?
Yeah. I need some air conditioning.
Yes.
But just to know that the integrity of owning your feelings and being true to what feels right to you is going to get you wherever you want to go.
Absolutely.
And also just, feel like in that having a strong voice.
Like listening to your inner voice, setting your
Exactly.
boundaries your
Yeah.
way.
Which can be hard for some people,
Absolutely.
I feel like I am pretty vocal and honest, and it feels good. Like I don't feel like I'm ever compromising, in a way that makes me feel uncomfortable. So that's what I'd hope for them as a number 2 there.
Absolutely.
And then number 3 is to be able to travel as much as I have. I think that learning that there are other ways of living and other ways of adapting can really change a perspective, seeing the beauty of the world and seeing and enjoying the culture and the food of other places.
Yeah.
I think, really opens up your mind to
Oh my gosh.
being more, just like living a diverse lifestyle.
Oh, I love that.
So
You are like,
Everything.
I know. I love that. And then what
What
about
about you?
Dave and you? What do you think on your big horizon of like thoughts and dreams for the two of you? Where do you see you guys? Because it seems like you have such adventurous spirits, and then having these two amazing kiddos. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Well, so we just had our 10-year wedding anniversary, and I think it is such a rarity, but also something that speaks to our fundamental values is that both of our parents are married, and we've seen my parents just had their 50th wedding anniversary.
Bravo.
So, and his are on 51 or 52. And seeing that there are chapters and changes and that you have to support each other through them. We've already seen some of that, but we are just beginning, really.
Yeah.
So I think for us is, each decade kind of bringing in more that like we separately and together want to do. I will plug this, that Dave in a couple weeks from now is traveling with Mike Thompson, Judy Thompson's husband.
Oh, he's going to have a blast.
They've traveled extensively together for fly fishing trips. They're going to Cuba. And I was lucky enough to go to Cuba with my old job.
Yes.
And he's going with a group of these men that are also best friend mentors to Dave that I ironically introduced him to through Judy.
Yes.
And I think just continuing to be able to support each other to do those kinds of things and make it possible for our kids to do those kinds of things within reason,
And celebrate it.
Yeah.
And celebrate it.
I love that y'all allow each other that freedom to explore. I think that's such a gift.
I used to love going on the fly fishing trips when I could like take my book and sit in the boat by myself in the quiet in the most gorgeous settings. But life is different now. Here's the new chapter.
Yes, here's the new
with our kids. And I'm happy for him to go. I also am not a fly fishing girly.
Yeah.
I don't have the vision for it. I don't have the accuracy for it. It is a study from marine life to the kind of flies that they're tying on their... I mean, he is tying flies all day long right now prepping for this trip. So I do really feel like it's so great that he has that. And then, don't worry about me.
No.
Yeah. I take myself to the spa twice a year.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm doing it right.
You're doing it right. You are.
T-Rack, watching somebody fly fish is
so beautiful.
Majestic.
It is.
It's majestic. Adrian fly fishes. And I would just read, but I would look and just watch the art of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's so beautiful.
It is. It's a rhythm. It's a dance. And then again, it's all the combination of like knowing the timing, where the fish are, what they're wanting to feed on.
Yes.
When they're overwhelmed. So, it's been really neat because I never knew a single ounce before I met Dave Cohen.
Yeah. No, but the systems...
Yeah.
we
the
bring
systems
it back.
of fly fishing is, that is very,
that's so amazing.
Dave is in some ways more organized than I am.
How lovely.
Yeah. In other ways not, but he piggybacks when I'm on my spring cleaning tirade. He joins in.
There you go.
Feels good for everyone.
Well, Tracy, this has been amazing recatching up and connecting with you. Let's not let it pass. Let's go ahead and put on the books when we're going to hang out again.
Do you want to come to the beach with us?
And and let's take your kids out. I want to see
I want to meet you in Leona.
I've seen you as a mother at the park, and I'm seeing you but I want to be more engaged in that.
I would love nothing more. I've missed you so much.
I know. This has been such a great gift of the podcast is reconnecting with people.
And deep diving. This hour of uninterrupted
getting to know you and what you're doing and your new chapters of your life.
Right.
So thanks for coming all the way north.
Thank you for including me in this.
Oh my gosh, thanks for coming. We should be thanking you.
Yes.
So anyway, with that being said, Texas.
Yeehaw. Texas.
Yeehaw. Let's do it. All right.